Welcome to Marital Hate.
Hello.
Don't do that. Everybody hates it when you're up here and you act weird. Just act like yourself.
I'm saying hello.
Yeah, but you stare at the camera the whole time and you're creepy. You're like, everybody says you're way more laid back in the bull.
This is truly marital hate.
It's not truly marital hate. I'm saying that
you're exhibiting hate.
The viewers have spoken. When you sit up here, you have a tendency to stare at the monitor, not seem like a real person, not be yourself, and be robotic.
I'll chill back. I'll be chill back.
I'm just saying, just don't be fake. This is not what we're about. We're about the
realness.
realness.
I will not be fake. You asked me
and
not
boy,
to be fake. I will not be fake.
Boy, do we have some reality for you tonight. Welcome to Marital Hate. I am Stacy. This is Doug. Tracy's here. She's not only a master hater, but she's an OG lesbian, and we love her.
She's all things to all people.
She got us this lovely 100th episode gift, so we believe. It's in a package by our front door waiting for us to open it.
Do we have to return it if we don't make 100? Like if this whole thing,
dude,
marriage, everything falls apart.
It's been a week. So what I want to start off by, and I bring Tracy up. Tracy's here and another master hater. And these are the OGs. What's up, Ann? What's up, Tracy? I'm sorry I haven't talked to anybody or responded to anybody's messages. I have not been feeling so well. And yeah, it's been fun.
And we can guarantee that there's no strange man in our pool tonight. But we can't guarantee it because it is Florida.
It's possible another strange man could show up in our pool. Of course, Ann is Tracy's saying hi to Ann. Ann's gonna say hi to Tracy. Todd's gonna show up.
It's a whole community.
Charlie, Dave, everybody's gonna say hi to each other. So yeah, last week my friend Dave came to visit. I've known Dave since 1993. Dear friend of mine, and he came to visit us. And what
the humidifier thing, diffuser comes over the thing, and it looks like we're in fog.
We are not in a fog. We are officially on episode 8.3.
8.4.
8.4. Oh shit. This is actually 8. Fuck.
8.4.
I thought this was 8.3.
According to the thing, it says 8.4. So I don't know if that's like a big thing. I don't want to pay to ship that back. So
we will eventually get there.
Even if it's 5-minute episodes, we'll do it.
Actually, I really wanted to. So I really want to talk about Dave because you gotta move that.
Yeah,
we look like we're in like a.
We're at an Alice Cooper show.
I was gonna say we look like we're in a Whitesnake video, but I don't know if you're allowed to make jokes about Whitesnake and smoke.
No, that would be great white and smoke. That would be the joke that you can't make. Whitesnake you can make all the time.
I want to make jokes about their need for deep conditioner. In any case,
a little dry.
I had come on and so Dave was here. It was awesome. He didn't want to be on camera. That's cool. He was the man in the pool that you may have seen out of the corner of your eye, and he may have chimed in from time to time on the thread. I cannot tell you what an uplifting experience it was to have Dave here, what an amazing person he was, and how I'm kicking myself for not spending more time with that motherfucker, because he's just an amazing, amazing person. We had such a good time and we had such great talks. And I want to talk about that later because I have a few little things I would like to bring up.
And the movie that you guys watched.
The movies we watched.
Both movies you watched.
No, that is your gift. You can open it anytime you want. Hell, tonight. Do it tonight if you want, because it will bring many smiles. I'm going to wait till 100 if that's cool, because it's giving us motivation. But I got all the motivation I needed last night. Would you like to hear the motivation I needed that I got last night?
I know what this motivation is.
But let me just start off by saying this. We made a proclamation at the beginning of the year that this was the year of the Stacy.
Year of the Stacy.
As opposed to the Karen. Karens go to a store, they bitch at the manager about some 16-year-old kid breathed on them without a mask on. Oh, well, with me, my white crap, my first class, what do you call it? My first world problems, and let's make this poor child's life miserable. And then there's a Stacy, and Stacy is going to be like, hey, you're being a fucking cunt. We call out Karens of all kinds. We call out anybody who's shitty to anybody. And, one of the books I had been reading this year, and, shared a lot of that book online, although I think we might be ditching the book thing because nobody seems to be into it. Y'all, please, feedback. Let us
Books
know
are a thing of the past.
The only people that seem to have any feedback are the people who don't watch the fucking podcast. People that do watch the podcast are just like,
yeah, this is good.
As long as you're here. And Trace says it's okay to wait till the 100th. Cool. Thank you. So we come here to the podcast, and we started doing it because so many people told us that we should have a show. So many people have come to us. What do you
I have things in my phone that I'm going to refer to.
Okay, but showing your phone on screen is stupid.
I'm not going to show my phone on screen.
You have to bring things up on the screen.
Relax. Take a breath.
Trying to make this podcast as good as I can for people. And here's the thing. We take time every night. It's 2 hours every night that we spend on the podcast. And, unless we are feeling so physically ill that we cannot possibly do it, we do it. And sometimes there have been times where it's like the single most depressing episode of the podcast ever, because I'm trying to pull it out and I just don't have it. And y'all have pulled us up. And, we've brought people together. We've made people laugh. We've educated people about natural health and books that we're reading and, finance and life and the world and philosophy and fisting and lesbian activity and whatever the fuck we feel like talking about. And it brings people together. Oh, Trace says she likes to. Well, there you go. I'm still not finished with boundaries. I kind of put it aside for I've been not feeling well. So anyway, in and of
itself is a boundary.
Yeah. So I'm getting better at setting boundaries with people. And one of the boundaries has been like, listen, if I am unable to function, I'm unable to function. So right before Dave came, I wasn't doing so hot physically. I was. Yeah. What was going on with me then?
Oh yeah, all kinds of stressors.
I don't know about stressors, but I had physical pain. Right?
You did, but yeah, you were you had.
And I was having the digestive issues.
People trying to lick your butthole and stuff like
that.
God,
don't get me.
It was a whole week. That was a crazy.
But anyway, the emotional stuff gets to me physically. But when I become fucking mama bear is if you come at the people I fucking care about. And the people that watch the podcast are here's the thing that's crazy. We can't see who watches the podcast unless people comment on it.
Lurkers.
So you could be on YouTube right now, who you are, watching just being a fucking stalker. And if you want to be a fucking stalker, you have nothing better to do with your time. That's fine.
It's like an orgy.
Thank you for the viewership. It helps us out, motherfuckers. If you are here and you're commenting and you're engaging in the show, I hope you're getting something out of it. I hope that you're engaging with the community, because these people are the nicest people you'll ever meet in your life. They will be there for you when the rain starts to pour, and they'll tell you to get the fuck out because you might get struck by lightning. That's happened a couple of times.
I don't know if you heard it, but I referred to this podcast was like an orgy. It's more fun to join in.
Yeah, sure. It is. Well, I don't know about that. I think I'd rather watch an orgy. So I don't know.
Whatever. I don't know.
But it's been brought to our attention.
Reese is here.
And she's watching, and Jen's here, and she's
here
watching
as well, lurking.
So anyway, I think about the podcast, and it's genuinely for us to have a night where we don't do the podcast. It's got to be something pretty fucking big, because we know that there's a lot of people that watch this podcast that are isolated. Maybe they suffer from a chronic illness. Maybe their spouse works late nights. Maybe they work late nights. Maybe they listen to it in the morning while they work out. Maybe they listen to it while they're building their biodome, and everybody's afraid of their monster dong. Maybe they have a deep dark secret that they're ashamed of. Who the hell knows? But what I've been told time and time again, we've had at least 100 people reach out to us and tell us that this has made them feel less lonely. It makes them feel more connected to the community, and just overall better in life. So I feel really good about that. And so there's going to be people out there in the world, and I don't know what the fuck is wrong with these people, but there are going to be people that out there in the world that they're going to try to take something positive that one person's doing and turn it into something negative. Why don't you just move it to over here? Well, I can't control the breeze. You can't control the breeze, but if it's blowing at us, that's better, I think. Because you'll still get it swooping in and through. It'll swoop. So there's people that watch, and here's Tracy's comment. This has made me feel connected, and I got some great friends out of it. Exactly. That's the point. And we're trying to be positive, and we're trying to be real with people and share our real life drama. Because our real life drama is, I have been sick for 10 fucking years. My husband has not worked since last September. Yeah, he's had a little freelance, emphasis on the free, because he hasn't gotten fucking paid. We've had some visitors, amazing friends. We've had some not so good visitors, not lately, but before. Nicole says hello, and she hopes you're feeling better. Thanks, Nicole. Slightly better than I was, but it's not good. We're getting there. So if you want to take this podcast where we're doing positive things and try to turn it into a negative, that's your problem. That's your problem. I don't think we get a lot of those. We have enough that it was brought to my attention. Well, yeah. Well, and let me just tell you something. Let me just tell you something. If you want to take something positive and turn it into a negative, that's on you. But if you want to spread that negativity to people that I care about, we're going to have a fucking problem. We're going to have a fucking problem. Now, if you want to hurt the people that I care about, Perhaps it's time to take the gloves off. Maybe it is. Do you really want that? Stop hurting people that I care about. Stop hurting people I care about. Stop manipulating children. Be a good parent and put your children above your hatred of us. That is all I have to say about that. So I would also like to talk briefly about our finances.
Which is nobody's business,
Which
by
is
the way.
nobody's business, by the fucking way.
Wow.
But
A little
I
harsher
will
than
say
put it.
this. I bring in $200 less a month than Doug does right now. During the time period where he wasn't bringing in any money, I was bringing in all of the money.
Sugar mama.
When his unemployment ends, what is it, 4 weeks?
3-4 weeks. Yeah, 4
3
weeks.
4 weeks his unemployment ends. I will also be bringing in all the money. All the money that we have in savings is mine. Mine. My money in my name. So if I want to spend it on hookers and blow, that's what I will fucking spend it on. However, so everyone knows, we live well beyond our means. Well beyond our means. As a matter of fact, in the last 2 months, I've spent $250 buying myself clothes. Let me show you why. As you have seen this dress, many of you have seen it before. It is my favorite
You're
dress.
wearing this dress.
I have this dress because in 2020, I bought myself about 10 of these dresses. 10 of these dresses. They're the only clothes I had bought since then.
It's pandemic.
This dress, the strap finally broke off. I have been wearing it with this fucking hole in it the entire fucking time. This is one of my fucking favorite dresses. Do you see all the rips in there? You see how that this is ripped clear the fuck off and how it's completely see-through? Fuck you.
Wow.
If I want to buy myself some clothes, I'll buy myself some clothes. But I would like to teach you all some habits of frugal money management when you have no income coming in and you have been completely transparent with your children, brought all of your finances up on the television to show them where every penny of your money goes. I will tell you that it takes creative financing. And what that means is I opened a credit card because I got 60,000 points and that would pay for flights for our children to visit and for my husband to visit them and deal with a financial and legal matter. So if anybody would like to name names or continue to manipulate people around them, feel free to go ahead because I got the receipts. Not only do I have the financial receipts, but I have all the emotional receipts as well. And I am here to be supportive of all the people I love, but I'm setting a boundary. I'm not allowing that in my life, and I'm not allowing it to the people around me. And the people around me know enough to realize what you are doing. They're not the idiots that you think they are, and you might manipulate them from time to time, but in the end, they always see through. And then what happens? So that is
well, if you're done, I think I beat you. I have one up on you.
I might.
I have a nice new yellow shirt. You know why? Because my friend gave it to me.
Oh my God, how dare you have a friend?
My pants, also a gift, cost me nothing. The shoes.
That's because I bought them for you.
Yes, you did.
With my money.
So the shoes are a thing of beauty. Shoes are my special Adidas that I can't get anymore that I ordered from Europe. So I had to convert the size, everything. I have worn these sneakers. I think these sneakers are 3 years old. I've worn them every day since. And I drive around in my 2009 car
Can't
with
wait
200,000
to see
miles
everybody.
on it.
I'd like to see how everybody else spends their money, but I will say this.
It's not
I will say this. Yes, and it is a tie. So Anne says that's right, Tracy. She is referring to.
Well, she's right.
It's made her feel connected, and Tracy's generally pretty right about stuff. And that would be our friend Tracy, the OG lesbian. Not all Tracys are right about everything, but this Tracy, she's usually right about everything.
Not all Tracys are OG
are created equal. Not all Stacys are created equal. Not all Dougs are created equal. It's just a thing.
That's for sure.
I think it looks like your own personal fog machine, like a rock and roll podcast.
We're trying to keep the bugs away.
We're trying to keep the bugs away.
All right, so Nicole she's having a good time with this because she wants to come spend money
on hookers and blow. I don't even know where you get hookers and blow.
We don't either.
But the reality is, if I want to spend my money, I can spend it on whatever
See, that's
I want.
The thing, just
but what I have done is pay for my stepchildren to fly to Florida repeatedly with my money. my money.
Oh, that's
Does my
it's
husband
also fun.
Does my 57-year-old husband who has high blood pressure and a health history currently have health insurance? No.
No.
What's your blood pressure?
After that tirade, probably not so good. Not so
Mine's
good.
probably higher.
Yeah, let's, you're gonna rip a dress.
I feel like I missed something.
I think
Risa,
I think it circled back.
The long and the short of it is that some people watch this podcast and turn it into something negative, and this is a positive place.
Yeah,
Risa. We figure out how to get through everyday life.
Risa. Sorry.
I feel like I missed something. It's Risa. Yes.
Yeah. No.
So the bottom line is that there are people that were taking our podcast and turning it into a negative, and it was brought to our attention recently.
But it's not the first time. We did a GoFundMe for your treatment and got death threats.
They're just fucking awful people in this world. And let me tell you something. I will pray for them every fucking day.
I know you will.
But the minute you hurt someone I care about, fuck you.
Wow.
And you should care about those people. What is wrong with you? Okay, I'm done. Maybe. What the fuck? Who the fuck is talking about your finances?
People that should not be talking about our finances. People
who shouldn't be talking about our finances because they're making a lot of money off of them. Tracy says, damn straight. I hope you feel better, Stacey. Thank you, Jamie.
Thank you, Jamie. I appreciate that.
I am doing slightly better than I had been. I will get to that. And I appreciate your kind words. I know where you can get hookers and blow, OBT and gore in Orlando. Orlando's like 3.5 hours a day.
That's way too far to go.
Conveniently located.
Yeah, we need like Uber Eats hookers.
What the fuck would we do with Uber Eats hookers and blow? First of all, I don't feel like cocaine is the drug for me.
Probably not.
One.
Especially not with my high blood pressure.
What the hell would we do with hookers? Do you think they'd clean the house?
They might.
All right. If they can get some hookers to clean the bathroom tile, I'd appreciate it. Risa says they can enjoy a big bag of shit dicks in that case. No, see, here's the thing, Risa. We're talking about people that can't enjoy anything.
Life.
They just can't enjoy anything. Although they're so miserable. They're just so miserable. So yes, I feel bad for them, but it's not okay. It's not okay to talk shit and harm children.
Risa, I have to hand it to you though. The fact that you went double whammy, right? Normally it's like eat a bag of dicks, but eat an entire bag of shit. What was it? Eat
a bag of shit dicks.
Enjoy a bag of shit. Like you have shit dick, you have a bag of dicks, but you went double whammy on
I didn't even know shit dicks was a thing, but
no, that's
I don't know.
Yeah.
I listen, my friend who's probably had more anal sex than anybody on the fucking planet tells me that he would do an enema every night first. So I don't know how much shit dick is really a thing.
I don't know. That's why you need the Crisco.
Anne says, I know who's messing with you. It's too bad life is so bad for this person. Yeah, I mean, like, listen, but when you hurt somebody I care about, like it, and any of you guys, I just can't. I can't. I'm not going to allow that shit. So enjoy listening to tonight's podcast, you miserable cunt.
Wow.
Whoever you may be, prove it. Prove that I'm talking about you. Good luck with that. Come out, admit that you're this person that I'm speaking of, because you'd have to admit you were wrong about something ever. I don't know. Have you ever watched this podcast?
Have I ever watched it?
Have you ever watched
I think we watched the first one. Like we don't really watch
it anymore.
To pull clips out, but now
are you aware that I've gotten messages from countless people like genuinely worried about me because I'm so self-deprecating? Because I'm constantly working on myself. Well, bring it. Can you point that same finger at yourself? Nope. Because your whole world would fall apart.
So Tracy says cleaning the house may be a break for the hookers, which I don't know. Maybe they like what they do. They could love their job as much as anybody else. If I was a hooker,
I would like doing it. I like to fuck.
Well,
I like old dudes.
Come on over here.
I'd probably like rich old dudes more. Tom says shit dick. Shit dick.
Is he calling me a shit dick?
Do you nut with your shit dick? Tom does not like the phrase nut. Some people don't like moist. Right. Tom does not like the phrase
I think
nut.
Shit dick is universally loved by all.
I don't love shit dick.
What do you mean you don't love shit
dick? You never go ass to mouth.
Sometimes you have
If you haven't seen it, boys and girls, you got to see Clerks 2. That movie is hilarious. Clerks 1's great. Clerks 2 is even better. Clerks 3, it's like Clerks 1. It's never okay to manipulate or bring kids into the mix. Not okay. Nope. And I'll tell you and it's funny because, so often in situations with like be it divorce or narcissist or alcoholism, addiction. There are lots of people with varying problems in the world, and the number one thing that we have to put first is our kids. We have to put our children first. And there's an epidemic in the world of parental alienation. I've seen it time and time and time again, where people care, they hate their ex more than they care about their kids. And when your kid stands to benefit, shouldn't that be your priority? I don't know.
Ann says she loves the smirk. I don't know why smirking. Maybe I would smirk.
Because Doug is a nice guy, and I'm a raving fucking lunatic.
Jen made a face, but that face is way too small for me to like read.
It's a laughing face.
And Jeff says, "Oh boy, what did I miss, Jeff?"
Just a little tired.
It's like you hardly know us anymore, Jeff.
I know.
Come
we
on.
Missed you.
Yeah, we do miss you. We need to.
It's been too hot to go to Ding Darling, but we do need to go in the
It's too hot for you, Jeff.
You're
too hot for the sun.
You're too hot.
And
too hot.
Too hot, lady.
Yeah.
Run for cover. Run for shade.
Tom, you should definitely run for shade. It's hot as fuck down here. Tom says just happy I learned me a new word. Parental alienation is getting worse and worse. Yep. Well, when the kids can point it out to you, like, oh yeah, no, for sure, that's what happened to me.
You think?
Some children have come to me and say that. I'm not saying that I'm going to name any names, but some have. And I've seen it in case upon case. I know of at least 5 cases.
Yeah.
Off the top of my head right now.
I know the exact people you're talking about.
And then Ann says, I can't stay long tonight. I'm happy to see you're back and sending so much love to you guys. And in all seriousness, you guys are amazing, and fuck whoever this person is.
Thank you, Nicole.
You're welcome. Thank you. Sorry. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your support.
Yeah,
I'm sorry you have to go because I'm about to get into the good stuff.
She's going to get into some fisting and whatnot.
Tracy says you're not a lunatic. You're real and honest.
We need more people.
I'm not fake. That's for fucking sure. I'm not fake. And I take responsibility for myself and my actions. And I treat the people around me with more love and care and support than I have ever treated myself. The idea of being a fucking narcissist who only thinks about myself has never occurred to me.
That's me.
Apparently it's an option.
Oh.
Who knew?
Yeah, who knew that?
Who knew that everybody,
if this were a sitcom, you would become a narcissist just for one day. So Jeff is cooking, but yet he's still committed to this podcast. So
he said, I just finished cooking for 7, better late than never. I'm glad you got your cooking done.
That's right.
So I would like to get to the good stuff. Fucking Dave.
Was that good? Yeah, it was nice.
Give me your Cliff Notes version. Oh, we haven't talked about the sickness, but we'll end.
Oh yeah, we'll get back to that.
So Dave,
it was nice having Dave here. I didn't know. I only met Dave once prior to this, but it's one person. And Stacey doesn't have a lot of people in her life that she's like goes back to like this person's awesome, right? Oh, and this person's a constant in her life. There's really not many. There's only a couple.
Dave's the closest thing to family that I can probably. Charlie. Of course, the master haters.
Yeah. Well,
but I don't have family. Like my aunt, she just recently came into my life. She's delightful. So but that's pretty much it. I don't have. I mean, I talk to my friend Jared sometimes, but and I have friends I've been friends with for 10, 20 years. But with most people in my life, I can't be real with them. Not that I can't be real with them, but it's like I nurture them so much that I often keep my stuff inside. And very few people have seen me through thick and thin. And Dave is one of them. And I'm eternally grateful for that. And I'm grateful for the people that are here.
Well, I will say this, that David seems to be like, Dave is real. And he definitely is not caught up in all the trappings of douchebaggery. Of life,
no, he's
right?
not.
You know what I mean? It's like
I'm just gonna go on a tirade about how awesome Dave is, and I don't know why the fuck he's not here because he's missing it.
Sorry,
I'm gonna text him. And Tracy's asking Jeff what he cooked, and Donna wants to know where the random pool guy is. Did he get arrested? Donna, the random pool guy was my friend Dave, who is visiting, and he didn't want to be on camera. And you would fucking love him. He's awesome. We were telling him all about you. Jeff is making chicken marsala. We'll be over 10 minutes after the podcast.
I have a programming idea. If we could get some sort of remote situation and have cooking with Jeff, and like we could have him up in the corner
I don't
cooking.
love the idea of doing remote, but that's a whole other
you would
thing.
just be a guest in the corner, cooking it up.
I don't know. We'll see. Donna said I'd be closer if you didn't move, and I would be miserable if I didn't move.
Dave's not here, man.
No, Dave is not here. We're so sad.
Man.
And he's not in the fucking watching. And I'm about to go off on a tirade about how amazing he is. And she said she knew that. She was kidding. Oh, that is one of my faves, Jeff. Can I get your recipe, Jeff? Send Tracy your chicken marsala recipe.
Yeah, why you hogging it?
Unless your chicken marsala recipe involves a lean cuisine in a microwave.
Yeah, not a bad sunset either tonight. Happening.
I gotta tell you, I'm hot as balls.
Are you?
Yes.
You don't even have balls.
No.
So how do you even know?
No,
I don't know.
But
so,
I do want to say Dave flew himself down here.
He flew himself down.
However, for my birthday, because we didn't do anything for my birthday, as you may recall, we went in on an airboat with my money. Guess what? We didn't get any hookers and blow.
We didn't.
But if we could have, we would have. Dude, it was so beautiful. What we should be doing is not showing it on the camera, but in fact, streaming it from the system.
We should be, but we're not.
But I've said this to you a million times.
I know. I'm not prepared. Anyways, the mangrove, like you're just flying through the mangroves on this airboat. It's just absolutely beautiful. Everybody that comes down here, we would like to go with you to the Everglades.
Although we cannot afford to do it all the time, it was fun to do it this time. Jeff says, I'm watching 3 of our grandchildren while my son and daughter-in-law work. They haven't found a place to rent yet. Sunshine Properties usually has a few. They're the ones I was on the other day. There were 6 properties in 1995 a month, all in Cape. Trace says, beautiful sunset. Jeff says, no cheating, real chicken marsala. I knew you wouldn't cheat.
It's not chicken tonight. Chicken tonight from the 90s. It was in a can. It was like Prego.
I don't know. She feels your balls, so she knows.
She put yam cream on my balls last week.
That's true, but what is this thing about the balls?
Well, because you were talking about hot as balls, and I said there's no balls, you don't have balls or whatever.
Look, watch. I try to touch his balls while you get so jumpy. It's fucking weird. He's weird.
They're sensitive.
No balls, but she has chestnuts. I have I keep them here to avoid chafing. Donna says, I love boat rides. I'd love to do that with you. Yeah, I would love to do that with you too, Donna. It's just going to depend on our financial situation. Donna, Anne says, I loved going to the Everglades. What did we do in the Everglades with Anne?
Oh, you went. I don't think you went to the Everglades with Anne.
She
must have gone on her own.
She's probably gone before. Okay,
she went on
my
her
bad.
own.
Okay. So, but I wanted to. What are you doing?
I'm just getting my stuff for later.
Okay, well, stop doing that.
You're hyper.
Well, I know.
It's all that cocaine you did.
It's not cocaine that I did. I've never done cocaine in my life. I don't need that drug. But what I do want is to have a conversation where you're not distracted.
Okay, go ahead.
So, when Dave came, I think like the best part for you is that I was entertained, and you didn't have to like.
It was somebody that knew you. Like a lot of people, like they know you, but they don't know you. Like right. So, and it's a guy, right? Having some guy camaraderie is a good thing.
Hey, you guys talked a little bit about football.
Not even that much. Not
a little bit about music, a little bit about this, but mostly about what a pain in the ass I am.
Well, that's true.
Tracy says she has a lovely bunch of coconuts. Well, thank you, girl. Speaking of cocaine, you guys visited Shelley's. I wish I could have gone too. Dave Shelley was one of the original cocaine cowboys, did 9 years in prison. Still think he's a great guy.
Yeah, he wasn't there when we
So he was not there. We're going to get to that. So the thing was cool. Dave came in, and growing up, Dave and I would go, we basically drove around in circles and listened to music in the car and sang to ourselves, and then listened to watch horror movies on videotape.
Yep.
Perhaps at his mom's house. And I got to tell you, it was like not a minute had passed.
Well,
so
the cool thing for me is that like you didn't really have like you had your grandmother, but you didn't really have a mom. Like Dave had a mom that seemed to be a very caring person.
And Mary was fantastic. May she rest in peace.
And just hearing about how like she was welcoming to you and treated you and things like that. That was good for me to hear, because like I just kind of think that your life was sort of a
it's funny because there was a time where there was an issue with my parents, and I don't really remember the specifics of it, and David reminded me of it, and I remember I went like when it was so weird because when he reminded me of it, I went back to that exact moment in his parents' kitchen, his mom's kitchen. The table's here, the door's here, the fridge is there, the kitchen's there, his mom's there, the phone is there. And I was in that moment, and I felt both scared like I did that day and protected like I did that day. Because Dave's mom was just fucking awesome. And so it just further reiterated my need to surround myself with amazing people and not have time for all the fucking haters.
Yep. Or not
and
these haters, but
and to
haters in
and to
general.
no, like awful people, not haters. You guys are fucking awesome. And it just reminded me
Dave's
to
here.
like call out people on their shit, dude. Jeff says they have rental applications out, but keep getting the brush off. I imagine they're working through a list and they'll be applying at Sunshine soon. Applications get costly, so they keep trying that cost down as much best they can. I would go with them just because they have 6 properties right now, or at least they did the other day. Dave, you might want to watch this episode from the beginning. Tracy says, hey, Dave. And he says, love you both. We love you even more. I was just talking about how what an amazing friend you are and how you set the standard for what friends should be, and what an amazing woman your mom was, and how loving and supportive she was to everybody around us. And just that we had a fucking awesome time while you were here, and how we went on the airboats. But we're going to get, so what do we do first? So day 1, Dave came in, we did the podcast. He was the man in the pool.
Yes.
And I was super hot like I am right now. And I eventually just got up and got in the pool. Could happen at any minute. That was then Friday. Dave and I went to Sanibel.
You went to Sanibel. I did a little worky project.
The toll was $12. I paid to park. It was $5.
It's tax deductible.
My money. Fuck you. Sorry, Dave. That's not directed at you.
Oh, fuck Dave too. I don't give a
I'll
shit.
tell them to
He's
call.
not here
I give them
anymore.
the info that you gave me. And Dave says, no, I wasn't. He wasn't.
wasn't-
Oh,
I don't
Dave
know
was
what
not here. Okay.
Dave was
Evidently,
not here.
Dave was not here. There was a strange man.
Oh,
in the
that's
pool,
right. It was a
And
strange
we're
man
still
running
waiting.
around.
He's at large.
At large.
So then we went to Sanibel and we just drove around and listened to music and looked at storm damage. We went to Fort Myers Beach to see the oh no, dude, you got to go back and watch the beginning. F off, I tried to. No,
I think he's talking to me.
I think he's talking to me about money. Because
he did try. Yeah.
He tried, but you can't pay for the toll going over the bridge. It's on the
No, it's
transponder.
on
One,
thing, yeah.
2.
Yeah.
This
Welcome
is not
to
about you,
2023.
Dave. It's not about you, Dave.
Yeah, Dave.
If you watch the beginning, it'll all make sense.
Wait, did Dave fly?
It'll all make sense.
Pay for his own flight?
Yes, Dave.
Oh, okay.
Dave way overpaid for his fucking flight.
Just to see you.
Dave spent $350 on a round trip flight from Breeze.
You don't know. Maybe
I
he
would have gotten
flew
that
first class and
I just got
a rub down on the way.
So I just bought yours round trip hotel car rental, and it was like $560 something. The kids' flights, because of the timing of it, they were like $3 something.
Yeah.
I flew Zach down with points. That's the flight that I did pay for, because that's my Mother's Day / Zach's birthday / Zach's Christmas present is, or whatever the fuck it is. Once a year, I use my points to fly Zach round trip. It was $165.
And he's going to look at our HVAC system. He doesn't know yet.
No, well, he'll look at everything while he's here, but that's not the
can't
point.
help
The point
himself.
is my friend comes down once a year and I use my points to pay for it. And I can do that. I can take my money and spend it on hookers and blow. And I just might. Dave's laughing, so that's good. So anyway, we went. So then what did we do? So we went to Sanibel. Sorry, we watched a delightful film.
You watched 2 films.
Did we watch Excision first?
No, you watched Excision second. The first thing you watched
was The Terrifier. Low budget, highly recommended, black and white clown movie. He's all black and white, but his teeth bloody.
But it was a color film.
It was a color film, but he's black and white.
The blood was real.
The blood looking. Some of it was real looking. I got to tell you, there was a highlight of that film. I don't want to spoil it for you, but
spoiler alert. She's going to spoil it.
Yeah, spoiler alert, spoiler alert. He takes his victim, hangs her by her ankles,
saws her in half.
Fucking half. Amazing.
Starting
amazing.
at the
coochie.
At the Y.
At the Y.
The Y angle.
Dave says Excision Blue. Okay, guys, you got to watch Excision and break the tie.
You don't got to
once and for all. I'm just going to
There's no tie.
The Terrifier, I will tell you, somewhat low budget. Creepy,
but it was a horror movie.
Dave and I watched it on no, we love that about it. That's not a
that's
what
I'm saying.
Low budget,
saying it was a horror
creepy.
Movie.
That's all the things it's supposed to be. But we watched it on like Tubi or Roku TV or one of those fuckers.
Yeah.
So it had commercials, and I'm like, dude, I'll pay the $2.99. Yeah, that's right. I'll spend $2.99. Try and stop me. $2.99 to not watch commercials, but every fucking commercial was a cleaning product. They're like, "Are you planning on tying a woman up by her ankles? Hacksaw her in half from the cooch to the bridge of her nose? Then you might need a Mr. Clean magic eraser.
Although
perhaps some 409.
I did have to give that clown guy props because he sawed her in half, And when you get to the neck, right? Are you really gonna hold that like in whatever? And there's a lot of bone in the head. Went right through the head, like not like he could have just sawed out. You know, like
okay,
when you're carving a turkey.
But having watched this movie,
Yes,
and his sawing,
yeah,
that was a little too easy.
it was a hacksaw. I don't think a hacksaw goes through bone that easy.
That shit went through like a fucking kitchen, like
a sawzall.
It went through faster than a turkey knife from Thanksgiving would go through. It's like it went through chainsaw level speed. So I'm a little aggravated with that. But yeah, the commercials were for bleach, Magic Eraser, 409, and we were fucking Dawn, Swiffer. Dave's like, what the hell are you going to use a Swiffer for when you're trying to clean up a crime scene? And I'm like, actually, Doug. Sorry, it wasn't a crime scene. We're not violent people. We would never physically threaten anyone.
I smashed a Swiffer one day. I just smashed. It was. I just took it.
That's not the Swiffer chat that I was going into. But yes,
I smashed it to bits, and it was.
You go to those rage rooms. I don't know what a rage room costs, but for $25, or if you get a coupon, you can just smash the Swiffer to bits. It'll make you feel a lot better. So, smash a Swiffer to bits. It'll make you feel a lot better.
Oh, you were talking about
Swiffer. The Swiffer. So last week, Doug spilled. We went to the Christmas tree shop. Actually, we need to go back and exchange those things probably Saturday. Before they're completely gone, and we'll return those, and I'll get $30 worth of sparkling pear Jelly Belly. Yeah, that's right. I'll spend $30 on sparkling water. What are you gonna do about it? My money. Sparkling water, and then I'll use the points that I made purchasing those to buy flights for the kids to visit us.
Or hookers.
And blow. I don't.
And
well,
or
here's
slash
the thing.
Blow.
Okay, so here's the thing about it. We got 60,000 free points for signing on, which is like 4 flights. If any one of our friends signs on, they get the same 60,000, then they get a bonus and we get a bonus. So if anybody wants to sign on to get the points, do it. Now, I don't know. So when I spend on travel, I get 5 times the points.
5x
when
points.
I spend on Lyft or dining out, I get 3 times points.
Yep.
And then when I redeem them, I get more points that way. So I would rather redeem the points for travel than cocaine and hookers.
Right.
But what you could do is redeem the points for gift cards and then go to one of those websites or cash and then use the cash for that. That's an option for you, but that's not what we do. We use our points to pay for things that we need.
Indeed.
Because the value of that card, by the way, the points that I'm getting with that card is $1,200. So by opening that card, I got $1,200. Like when we switched to T-Mobile,
go to Disney World,
we got $900 and we saved $50 a month, and we got 2 new phones, and we saved the money on Netflix for the year because Netflix was free, and Paramount we didn't have, but we got it for free. Thank you.
Risa says he butterflied that poor lady.
It was good.
Yeah, it was.
I got to get to Excision, but what is?
And then Tracy says you'll have to watch Beg by Kevin McDonald. He's a friend of mine from Rockland.
Fucking
low
love
budget
low
and not
budget.
bad. Hey, I
Can
wonder
you find out where we can watch it, because we will watch it.
Yeah, we'll watch that and we'll promote on the show.
I want to get back to Excision.
I would like to know if Kevin McDonald wants to direct a video for one Rock and Roll Villain. That would be by Douglas Gear. That would be a good.
That would be cool as shit. Yeah, if your friend would like to direct a video. So Anna Lynn. So back to Excision, just very briefly, because my friend Dave fucking hates it. It's Anna Lynn McCord, who was on Nip Tuck. She was also on what the fuck was she on? The 90210 reboot. And she's I don't know what she's famous for, but she's hot as shit. She's in a movie called
she's
Scorn.
Not hot in this.
Well, she's honestly, like, I feel like it's a flashback of my childhood. Also in this lovely film is Tracy Lords.
Fantastic in this movie. I think she's a highlight.
John Waters is in it.
John Waters. How do you not like John Waters as a priest?
Malcolm McDowell.
Malcolm McDowell. How do you?
John Waters wasn't a priest.
Marlene, he was a pastor.
A pastor, maybe. Marlene Matten was in it. Ray Wise was in it. And then that's pretty much it.
That was it.
But I will tell you, they did these, like, it was like this awkward teenage girl, again, flashback of myself in the 90s.
Awkward.
And then the thoughts in her brain, and she would go into this, they would show this kind of artsy scene where she would have an external version of herself and a violent version and like a sexualized version. And it was really interesting, I thought, from an art perspective. Again, Dave, not a fan, but I do want to show just a couple of images that I had seen from it that I thought were like really I don't know. I thought they were really beautiful from an art perspective.
While you do that, I'm going to catch up on the comments. Tracy says she'll ask him about the video for the song. Dave said capital, like he's on Truth Central. Caps, all caps, hated it. And then he said, not at all. Something about not at all. Probably something you said. Everything about that movie sucked. No, not everything. You cannot say anything with,
there was
with
titties.
John Waters.
I had to call Doug in from the other room to see titties twice. Titties.
Yeah, they were okay.
You can't say everything wrong. There's titties. Right. What is wrong with you?
The last horror movie Risa PC saw was Malignant, and she enjoyed it. I don't know that movie.
I don't
you
know that movie. Tell us about it.
That sounds like a
if anybody's seen Malignant
movie.
Apparently, I am the terrible movie picker because I'll make. You know what? I tried to make you watch Halloween 3, but I didn't want to pay for it.
See, well, at least. And Dave is now laughing his ass off.
Okay, hang on. Let me just show you a couple of images.
This is great. Yeah, this is going to get us kicked off of a couple platforms. That's not good. That is not nice.
And then this is one of my faves.
This
is actually the clip that made me want to watch the movie.
Their head is cut off.
Anyway, it was hot as fuck. I thought it was really cool. Dave hated it. I don't know what to say. It was hot.
You're very strange.
It was hot. I liked it. I thought it was good. Dave disagrees, so we need a tiebreaker. So we're gonna have to find out about Malignant. Dave is laughing his ass off. Pam says, I hope you're feeling well. Better, Stacey. Actually, we're just about to talk that. Dave still insists that the movie was horrible and that I'm horrible choice. And Tracy said, fantastic. I love the pictures. Tracy,
you guys got to stick together.
Be the tiebreaker. Be the tiebreaker as to whether this film is delightful or not.
Well, it's probably not. I don't know.
There
were parts of it that were good.
Yeah. I just thought it was cool artistically. Oh, hey, side note, Dave, if you haven't watched it, and I'd love to know what you think of it, Ratched on Netflix. I just can't get past Ratchet.
Ratchet.
I thought it was called Ratched.
No, I think it's Ratchet. I think
it's, in any case, the cinematography, the costumes, the makeup, the mid-century furniture, that show was just beautiful to watch.
It was a thing of beauty. So Tracy says she'll watch it at some point and let us know. And then Dave says, watch it for real. And yeah, because we would like to see what
Dave just wants to be my only friend because Tracy's going to watch it and hate it and stop being my friend.
Well, there's another movie that you liked with Matthew McConaughey and Chicken Wing.
Oh, fucking
very much the same.
What the hell was the name of that movie? Joe
Bedazzled, Joe Evil, Joe Dead. I don't know, Joe Country, Joe something.
I fucking love that movie.
I don't know what it was.
What the hell was it called? Now I can't remember.
Joe Public, Joe Mama.
Matthew. Jesus Christ, I'm getting bit. Do you hear some sort of?
Yeah, it's some sort of cawing bird over there. We have lightning over there that's going to hit the cawing bird, and then we're going to have turkey dinner. Oh, just Joe. Was it Joe? Just Joe?
No,
it was Joe.
Killer Joe.
Killer Joe. Boom. With Matthew McConaughey. Yeah, I think you're right.
Emil Hirsch. That movie was fucked and amazing. It's
you like
currently on Plex and Pluto, or you can pay for the non-commercial version on Amazon from $3.79. Interestingly, I think I still have it downloaded to my iPad.
And it's got Gina Gershon in it.
Yeah, she gives a chicken wing a blowjob, which is never a bad
I don't know how you do that, but okay.
Would you like to watch the scene?
I guess I've seen the scene, and I still don't know how you do it, but at least it wasn't. I guess it wasn't a boneless wing.
So we watched some films. Then we did. We went to Dave and I went to Sanibel to try not to annoy you.
Yeah.
And then we came back. Is that the night that we had steak? That's the night we had steak, and we swam in the pool, and we did.
Oh, that was podcast. Yep. And then
we did podcast, and
we did 2 podcasts.
We did 2 podcasts, but like you got us not in the pool, and I think we need to be in the pool. I'm too fucking sticky for this shit.
Reese asked if you've seen Gerald's Game.
No,
I don't know.
I'm gonna need links. Can you guys just IM me these so that I remember to watch them because I need to do stuff. Dave said yup, and then he said what?
Awesome steak.
Doug.
It's all about the cast iron.
We went to the store and bought groceries, and Doug cooked
them. I brought them back home for you to eat.
Thank you. I would like you to take a yoo-hoo and stick it in my poo-poo as well. Side note, if you're not listening to Muck Sticky, you should.
Yeah.
All right, I got to talk some more. So that was Friday. So Saturday was our big day.
Was our big day out.
Our big day out. So
we went to Dunkin's. And I had my first Dunkin's of my Florida life.
I got Dunkin's for yes, that's right. I spent my money on Dunkin's.
It was good too.
I got my husband and one of my closest friends of 30 years, Dunkin', with my money.
It was good.
and I got points.
Yeah, but now we got
to
points.
fly the kids down. In any case, so Duncan's points, whatever, and then we went.
We
dropped my hot ass neighbor off at work, and then we went.
We hightailed it down 75 to the Everglades, but
hang on the way there, we're listening to Muck Sticky because we're big fans of Muck Sticky. If you haven't checked out Muck Sticky yet, dude, there's so many good songs. I hate to be the one to tell you, but I Done Fucked Your Mama is probably one of our favorites. We love White Trash Superstar. We love Pot Smoking Hippie. We like I Like Getting High. We like In Your Neighborhood. There's just nothing bad that the man does. So we're in the Jeep. Music blaring. By the way, it's like 102.
Oh, it was crazy.
Doors off, and I am just fucking going to town, rapping, hand expressions, dancing in my
seat. A song called White Trash Superstar.
Going fucking nuts.
Sitting at the bar drinking PBR.
White trash, tried and true. If you're white trash too, then say woo!
So
and
it's all talking about being white trash and how your lawn needs to be mowed and.
It was amazing. So anyway, there was nothing about a lawn being mowed in there.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. We'll have to look it up. So in any case, I look over and there's a couple of gorgeous black queens in the car next to it, a little sedan tinted windows.
When you say queens, it sounds like they could be gay men, but they were not gay men.
No, these were gorgeous black queens. Like think like I don't know, like royalty. They were amazing. Like the mom in Coming to America, like younger and hotter. So anyway, they were like, go girl. Go girl. And I was
because with the Jeep is wide open. I go,
miserable,
I think they're making fun of you.
I'm like, I give a fuck if they're making fun of me. No, you're trying to make a hate crime. Those women were delightful.
They were
and I'm
very
like,
funny.
They're like, who is it? And I'm like, it's Muck Sticky. It's awesome. He sings about having sex and they're like, that's cool. And I'm like, yeah. And then the light turned. I'm like, you have an awesome day. You're beautiful. And we went and we're driving down the highway. And it's like, what, an hour?
It's like hour and a half.
Hour and a half to get there.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden traffic comes to a complete halt.
Stop.
No doors in the Jeep.
Baking sun.
And the fucking, for some strange reason, the air conditioner in the Jeep with the doors off and it's 102 doesn't really keep the inside of the Jeep all that cool.
No, especially not when it's real feel 109.
That's the shit we're dealing with.
Yeah.
So we're stopped in the direct sun, heat coming in on us, both sides.
My Duncan's was out of ice already.
Oh, ours was out of ice too. At one point, Dave got out and lit one up. He smoked cigarettes, not pot. I think pot probably would have been the better option there.
I think it would have got a crowd.
Yeah, like puff, puff, pass and gridlock. In any case, it was hot as fuck, and unfortunately, it took us about 30 minutes to get out of it.
Yeah, it was probably a 20 minutes.
There was a car flipped over,
rolled over,
and one good.
ditch.
So I hope that she's okay. And Dave said the woman sang with us, and Risa says that one was just twisted. Gerald's game. I'm gonna have to watch
it. I said Gerald.
Gerald. Either way. And they're still getting wraps. And I smoked a butt in the middle of the highway. Yeah, I'm just saying that maybe weed next time.
It was definitely like a scene from Walking Dead or something with it, like
everything was just stopped.
Cars were just stopped.
And
but
so
then we got down there.
Made
our appointment.
Our captain at the airboat place was Steve.
Captain Steve from Hyannis.
He was from Hyannis, and he also lives in Cape Coral. So Steve, what up?
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
We
gave him actually, he got a really good tip. We gave him a good tip, and then Dave gave him a good tip. That's right. With my money. And let's see what else. We don't do anything all year. I haven't had my hair done in 9 months. By the way, I'm going this month to get my hair done. It's been 9 months.
We rolled some pennies.
Then what else did we do? We did
we stopped for lunch.
We stopped for
Dave paid for that.
Yeah, Dave bought us lunch. That was very nice.
I told him his money was no good.
Yeah, but he insisted, which was very nice of him.
Then he did. So thank you.
And we went on the mangrove tour, which again we should bring up on screen because it not watching it through Doug's phone, that's stupid. But
whatever.
We should watch. It's stupid. You can't see it that way.
It is stupid.
So just bring it up on screen. It's not hard. Dave says Steve was awesome. And Dave did pay for lunch.
The Owls are angry tonight.
The Owls are going to fucking town. They're pissed that Dave left because they wanted to go home with him because he's so cute. Dave and the Owls. So Steve gave us a great tour. And so you kind of buzzed through the mangroves.
Yeah.
And I will say he wasn't as aggressive as the driver when we went with the kids, but he was pretty good. And then he told us a lot of things we didn't know. We talked about the mangroves, the wild boars, and how they brought the wild boars back, the problems with the pythons. Now we've got anacondas in Naples.
Apparently in Massachusetts today, I forget where it was, somewhere in Massachusetts, a boa constrictor got out in a neighborhood. Oh, boa constrictor, but Massachusetts, hold my beer. We have anacondas.
Excuse me.
We have like 6 different kind of venomous.
So the other thing that was cool is when we went to that little cove, there were 2 gators there. This one female, we think, followed us around the whole time, just followed us and followed us and followed us. Like she was running to the boat. She was like, you're here, and she's right there, like 3 inches from you. She's not trying to eat you. And then there was a little juvenile.
Yes.
And he was interested in us too. And it was just a great time. So we had a great lunch. We didn't get gator bites.
Boom. Look at that. That's a big girl right there.
Now I want you guys to be tracking. I had a wrap, some sort of fish wrap.
It was a fish something wrap.
Was it mahi or cod or whatever?
I believe it was mahi. Oh no, you had mahi sandwich somewhere else, but I don't know.
Some sort of fish. It might have been grouper, but it was fish.
It was some sort of rando fish.
Fish in a wrap that I ate. No problems, right? No vegetables, but whatever. And I've been drinking water all day like a good girl. And then we came home. Did we go to?
Got in the pool,
and then we went to Ford's for dinner.
Ford's for dinner, right? Yeah, because nobody wanted to cook. It was too hot.
We went to Ford's for dinner, and then we came back, and then it was Sunday, and we drove to Pine Island. Yep. Drove around on Pine Island.
Looked at hurricane damage
because that was what they wanted to see. Again,
it's doing better, but
everything looks infinitely better than it was, but like Dave was shocked to see a boat in the road. I'm like, dude, there's only like 4 boats on the road. Normally we have like 30 boats on the road. This is great. And then there's still massive piles of debris. A lot of the debris is gone. The debris is gone from where the Mad Hatter was and where the Lazy Flamingo were on Santiva.
So it's all clear.
But Fort Myers has still got massive piles of trash and things at Fort Myers Beach that are still not rebuilt. There's still boats and trees. We still have a boat down on Cape Coral Parkway by Laney Burger.
But it's like a plight boat. It's not like in a tree. It's just sitting there. Risa said there was a black bear in Bourne. See, if we have black bears down here, but I think the pythons get them.
Everybody's like, bears. Like we have panthers.
It's funny down here. Bears are like they go.
Nobody gives a shit about a bear. It's like back. You have to understand animals in Massachusetts versus animals in New England. Versus Florida. Like in Massachusetts, it's a big deal when there's a bear, and people are like, "Oh, I saw a fox," or like, "Oh, like raccoons."
Yeah, it's a big deal.
That shit's like seagulls down here. Like we don't even blink an eyelash at it. Like even up in Maine, New Hampshire, you see a moose. Oh, I saw a moose. Yeah. No, these people up in I want to say they're Punta Gorda, which is the next town that way.
Yeah.
They had a goddamn bobcat on their porch, just like chilling out on their lanai. Sleeping on their lanai.
Lisa was on a panther.
Panthers and anacondas.
Panther will eat you. He'll eat your face.
Water monitors and
water monitors. We have
anacondas
chameleons
and iguanas. We got
fucking spiders. We probably have those giant jungle spiders from.
Actually, Dave discovered a species. I can't believe I haven't told this story yet. First morning, Dave's here.
He's looking out. He's looking
out.
There's a
lizard outside. It's got like a blue throat. It's a different one. This is it. He's like, it's in there. It just has its mouth open. It's just sit there with its mouth open. It was this.
It was that.
It was this.
And the thing was, it was there the day before when he was swimming.
I have very little to give that motherfucker a hard time about because he's just so awesome, but I will never let him hear the end of this. And so when we went to the Skunk Ape Museum, which we're about to get to, they had a little baby one, and Doug grabbed it, said, "Buy this and sneak it into Dave's bag." And I did, and he found it at the airport. So that was cool.
So Dave, I'll just go in reverse order here because Dave says screw off. She says, Tracy says that's great. Reese is laughing. And then Jeff says we're gonna have Komodo dragons. If we have Komodo dragons, I'm gonna ride one of those things to work.
You work nowhere.
Oh, I work in the house.
Sometimes you do freelance that you don't get paid for.
Don't remind me.
And Dave says mahi wrap. I don't think it might have been, but I think mahi was Sunday. It was a different fish. And Jeff says anacondas are not good. So we'll see.
They're not good.
But so that was okay. So we went to Ford's. We had burgers, but Dave and I were high off our asses.
Yeah, I had to drive.
And Doug had to drive, and Dave and I were high off our asses.
And Stacy's in the back freaking out because she never rides in the back of the Jeep. So she thought I was driving like a complete maniac.
Well, actually, Dave and I were both like, "Is Doug high? Because he's extra hyper tonight." We had a conversation about it while you were talking to the manager that had abs.
I was trying to get something out of that guy, and I couldn't.
No,
get it,
he was awful. Why would you try to get anything out of him? Both
it's actually more fun.
The manager
when you
and
can't.
the bartender were they were such fucking duds.
They were pretty lame.
And normally we love Gabby, we love Paul Stanley. That's an Estero. But I'm telling you, the Ford's Garage in Cape Coral is it needs a little. Yeah, he was wicked talkative. He was wicked talkative. He wouldn't shut the fuck up. So Dave was like, he'd taken cannabis oil, which he doesn't normally take, and he was just kind of checking everything out. Oh, and this is where it gets really crazy. I go to the bathroom because I had to pee. Because I'm allowed to pee. Unless somebody wants to talk about that. Is that going to be a topic?
Paid toilets are no
sit there
longer
and be
a thing.
Miserable because I peed. Anyway, I go in the bathroom, and there's like non-English speaking.
This is where it gets a little dicey, folks.
And there's like in the stall, and then there's like one little girl like running back and forth, and then there's there. I don't know what nationality they are, but they are speaking Spanish, and they are darker skinned than I am. And there's a man standing outside the bathroom, kind of yelling into the bathroom, and the whole thing. I was really high.
People over there.
Oh. I was really high, was not prepared for this. And I didn't really understand what was happening. And then when we sat down, it was two men with these two young girls who were like really dressed up. And
dressed like for a pageant.
I'm like, is this like a sex trafficking situation?
I hope not.
Like,
I
wish I spoke Spanish. I had no idea what was going on. But then I looked around us, and there was like a lot of multicultural families in the restaurant, which is, I think, a fantastic and beautiful thing. But I think it might have been like some sort of a foster care night.
Yeah, it may have been. Yeah, because like, it was oddly
it's weird to be like, hey, excuse me, I noticed that you are a bunch of white brown people with like two white people, and you're some multicultural people at this table and over there, and what's going on? Because it sounds like I'm like at like somehow but when I saw like I if you haven't seen The Sound of Freedom, I've only watched the first half of it. It's gut-wrenching. And Florida, the United States, from other countries have travel watches on the United States for what's happening in terms of human trafficking and people being abducted. There have been incidents here in Cape Coral at the Walmart. I've heard of probably 3 or 4 incidents where people have tried to get snatched. So I'm kind of on high alert, and I was also high off my fucking ass, so I was a little concerned. But when I saw the multicultural families around me, I realized that, it's probably just like a foster care night or something. Hopefully these children were not being trafficked.
And I was too talkative, apparently.
You were just super chatty. We were like
trafficking children, and I'm too talkative.
We were just saying that you were very chatty, and we weren't accustomed to that, because usually I'm the chatty one. Poor Dave. I don't think Dave got a word in edgewise the whole time he was here.
Like, I don't think you were talking much that night, and Dave certainly wasn't talking because he was watching his hand melt. And so I'm like, all right, I'll do my thing, because I can turn on and off like my personality.
So Trey says, Dave, that's great. And Dave says that you were wicked talkative, and he said, freaked me the fuck out. Yeah, you being talkative was freaking him out because it was like in high speed. I don't know how to describe it.
I was in Massachusetts mode.
That guy wanted nothing to do with us, and he wasn't excited by you. He was amused by you.
He was
actually being rude to you.
He was so aloof. He was being rude, and he also was talking on the headpiece. So I'm like, are you talking? I'm just trying to make fucking conversation with you, man. And you don't even care. And
he was so rude. He was awful.
I was trying to commiserate with I was trying to like, hey, don't worry about it, because he was saying that acting manager of the store.
Young people don't want to work, and I was like, he's like, this younger generation doesn't want to work. And I'm like, wait a minute, what generation are you? I don't know if you're aware of this. And this might have offended him. I'm like, I don't know if you're aware of this, but you're from an ethnic group that doesn't particularly show their age. Can you say that? I think you can say that.
We said it to him. He was okay with it.
I don't know if he was okay with it. He seemed to be unhappy in general. Maybe we should set him up with the people that hate our podcast. So people that hate our podcast, go to Ford's Garage.
Yeah,
there's an acting African-American manager with very little personality. You guys should be part of the multicultural loveliness.
But we did like Izzy.
Please don't adopt any children.
Don't
spread your misery any more than you already have. Anyway, Dave did not like it at all. He was high as shit. So we did that. Then we came back. Did we swim some more? No, we didn't. We were going to
at night.
Did we watch a bunch of Always
we watched a lot of Always Sunny. Oh, and What We Do in the Shadows.
And I eventually passed out, and we just had a great time. And then the next day we drove to Pine Island. We drove around on Pine Island. what did we end up doing? Did we end up getting lunch out?
We went to Fathoms.
We went to Fathoms. Oh, and here's
Been hearing about Fathoms since I've lived here. The food was good. Place was nothing to write home about.
I'm gonna write back. Hang on.
So
Dave says the person of color was kind of funny though at first.
Until I started talking to him.
Doug started talking to him, and it was just like a
And he's
conversation
like,
going nowhere.
He was kind of one of those guys that was like, nah. That's his whole demeanor.
He was a fucking dud.
Nah.
Dud.
His personality of a set of car keys.
The
bartender was no.
You could have been having fun with me and Dave, but no.
Dave
was watching his hand melt, and I'm just like, what is happening here with the child trafficking? And you're talking to the goddamn bartender, and I'm like, I don't know what to do. And I didn't tell Dave because I didn't want to freak Dave out because Dave was already freaking out about the bar being frozen. So we went to, and Dave says, laughing my ass out, fucking right. I don't know what I'm right about, but I'm usually right. Just kidding. I'm never right. So we went to Fathoms.
We were driving around.
We were hot as balls. We didn't find a gopher tortoise. We did see a peacock or two.
We did see peacocks.
We drove down to Bokeelia. We saw the end of the world. We saw some storm damage. It was good stuff. We drove all the way down to St. James City too.
And we saw where they keep all the tree debris.
We saw
a big
storm
pile.
debris, just
it's gonna
piles
make a
of
big
debris.
fire.
And let me just tell you something. This storm was almost a year ago, and
Yeah,
we're
and
still not
dealing
cleaned
with it.
up.
Yep.
Like they're still dealing with it.
Although we did
and they're
see,
doing a fucking fantastic job.
Yeah.
If you have had anything to do with storm cleanup, my hat is off to you. Unless you want to lick my asshole all day, in which case, I thank you for no longer messaging me. That was a little bit much for me.
And apparently
wish
there
you the
was
best.
there was a dead armadillo. I didn't see that one.
Yeah,
but it was
one
probably
dead
there.
armadillo. Actually, I saw one on my way to the airport too.
And then that's where we saw it. That's right. We saw it.
So,
on the
but
way
we
there.
went to Fathoms, and lunch was.
It was okay. It was all right. It was.
My lunch was actually really good.
Yeah.
Dave said his burger he had the Wagyu burger. He said that was fantastic.
It was good. I
then
enjoyed it.
And then what else? Shortly thereafter, I started to have
all hell broke loose.
Itching. So this is the third time now that I have had a mystery allergic reaction. We've established that I'm allergic. So I've had all the food allergy testing. That shit apparently does not work. My IgG, IgE, and IgM are all fucked up because of my Lyme. All my inflammation markers are through the roof. I've had all the food sensitivity testing done. I'm finding that I'm having more luck with muscle testing things than any kind of lab work. Who knew? And by muscle testing, so we talked about this before. I found a new way to do it for when I can't stand. So what you can do is you want to, hello, this is a little feature. So you're going to sit here and you're going to say to yourself, yes. You notice that your body leans forward. And you're going to say to yourself, no. You'll notice that your body leans backwards. So I would hold something in front of me. For example, should I eat these bubbles? No, I should not eat these bubbles.
Don't eat the bubbles.
Oh, hang on. Should I take this homeopathic water? Should I take a sip of it?
No.
Should I take a sip later? Yes. Okay, because I just take.
Because now you're on the podcast.
So what I found out was that you can actually do it with your arm as well. So I wanted to just show you guys this so you know. So if you want to ask yourself, like, is this the right thing for me to eat? Is this the right thing for me to drink? Is this the right thing for me to do? Just ask the question. Ask your body the question. I know it sounds hippy-dippy. Look it up. Kinesiology. It's a whole fucking thing. So I could have my hand out and say, so watch. Yes. Firm. No. Can move the arm. No. No. Try it.
No, because you'll probably whack me in the face. I don't fall for this.
I'm not going to whack you in the face. Do you want to try it?
No.
Okay.
I'm worried that someone's going to smack me in the face. Should I smack myself in the face?
No, you're not going to smack yourself in the face. Okay, fine, whatever. Okay. So I could be like, should I drink this juice? I should.
Doesn't body good.
Am I dehydrated? So I don't know. It sounds hippie woohoo, but shit works, so I do it. And
I've seen her do that at a doctor's office. An actual doctor.
Yeah, more than one doctor
had her do that.
So I don't know what the allergy is, but we've had it 3 times now. Dave says someone better smack someone. Come here, I'll smack you.
It's not nice.
And you're a little tushy.
It's not nice.
I like to get smacked on my tushy. Thank you very much.
That is nice.
Just saying, I gotta jump in the pool. I'm so hot. So anyway, what happened was the itching started, and it was like a couple little spots on my hands that you may see now. It's on my fingers, and it was my armpits.
I did not throw acid on my wife.
It's on both sides. So it's like I don't know, how would you describe it, but it's like it's almost like a scab.
It
feels like a scab.
It's like a blistery kind of
fucking
situation.
Gross.
Yeah.
And my armpits were like C cup situation. What am I down now to, like a B, A? No, this is like an A.
Yeah, probably.
You felt an A cup before. Tell me if this feels like an A cup.
Oh, those are way down from where they were. Her lymph nodes get crazy swollen to try and fight whatever reaction is happening.
And I can't sweat. So I had testing done in Boston with Dr. Peter Novak, who is not necessarily who I would recommend, but he does do some thorough testing, where they took tissue samples, chunks of tissues out of my body, and found out that I, in fact, do not have sweat glands. So I don't sweat. My body can't detox. It can barely shit.
A camel in reverse.
It's not a good situation.
So Dave said, sorry, Doug. I don't know what he was saying that for now, but I would like to keep that like on hold, like, sorry, Doug. You know. And then
Tracy's
also sorry,
so sorry,
but sorry to you, not me, which I think all the focus should be back on me.
I was talking about with the allergic reaction. So this is the third time I've had a reaction. One time it was fish tacos.
Yeah.
One time at the boathouse.
Fish tacos.
Good luck getting the ingredients out of them so you don't die. Second time it was at what's the name of that place? Was it
Mud Bugs?
Mud Bugs. Was that a chicken sandwich?
You had a chicken sandwich, but I got the pork rind appetizer, and that had the Cajun seasoning on it. So we're starting to see like Cajun seasoning.
We're not sure if it's Cajun seasoning. And then I had the mahi sandwich,
which was blackened.
So we think it might be the seasoning. That said, I can eat. I gotta get in the pool so I'm hot as balls. It's approximately. I eat fish at home and never have a problem. Shellfish, no problem. I had fish on Saturday, no problem. I think it's the seasoning, but I'm not sure, and nobody's willing to tell us. So the thing that was cool was Doug, of course, like the whole attitude around here went from fucking on top of the world. We were having the best time with Dave. We were laughing our fucking heads off and just having an awesome time with my friend. And to fuck, I'm having an allergic reaction. This fucking sucks. And so Doug, of course, was on high alert of like, take care of me. Of course, he's feeling the pressure of unemployment soon running out, and nothing I was doing was helping. So we did vitamin C, liposomal, of course, high dose vitamin C, zinc. We did homeopathy. I did like 3 or 4 different homeopathies. I need to order quercetin because I'm out. Zinc, turmeric forte from Standard Process, Antranex from Standard Process, the Fencho from Standard Process to try to make me poop, magnesium from Standard Process to try to make me poop, my normal probiotic, and whatever the fuck else. Special shout out to Dr. Christina Scott, my dear friend and owner of Vitamin C Chiropractic, who had actually given me a whole bunch of supplements for free as thanks for something Doug had helped her with.
And got me this shirt.
Yeah, she gave us a gift in thanks. And also we were trying to, the whole reason you helped her is because she's treated me for free for how many fucking times.
Yeah, she's a good friend.
She's been a great friend. Circle. And she checked on me literally every day, like 2-3 times a day.
Every few hours.
And Doug was literally like, dude, she's you. And he's always saying that I need me. And she did all the Stacy stuff. And I consider myself to be honored to be in the same class as Christina. Although using class to describe me seems odd, but what are you going to do? She was just fantastic. And the other thing is I get 35% off my supplements. So she hooks up all of her clients and friends with discounts on their supplements. I don't know what discount she gives to everyone, but she's really hooked me up. She's been a great friend. So if you are looking to save on supplements, I just PM me and I'll introduce you and she'll hook you up. You don't have to live here. She can also order labs. So if you're trying to act as your own doctor, like most people with chronic illnesses, because regular doctors fail you. She is an amazing, amazing resource. She's also how I got my biomat. And she does the tap-tappy adjustment with the pro adjuster as opposed to that stuff. I don't like that shit.
So Deb Jorgi, how do you pronounce? Is it
look at those lights?
Look at those lights.
Yeah, well, we're short of strand. And they're over there. They just haven't been hung
There's
yet.
also lightning happening behind us. I don't know if you guys have seen that.
Might be the light she's talking about. Dave says, love you both. It's got to be the seasoning.
Yeah.
And regular doctors do fail us. So sad. Yes, exactly. You know what? I never even told her that who you see about your thing. I got distracted by shiny object. I also got distracted by the fact that my friend is basically an erector set, and my chiropractor friend cannot.
Not in a fun way.
Him. No, I mean, I'm sure he gets plenty erect. He was telling us some good of his stories about his erector set and exactly what he does with it. And bitches flying up from Texas to get some sweet lovin'.
That's on the down low right there. I don't think you're supposed to.
I didn't say who.
Oh,
that's the beauty of this show. I don't name names. You get to wonder. Sometimes I name names. Usually when I'm giving people a compliment. Deb says I can see now. I don't know what she says she can see, but good for her.
Oh, the lightning.
Dave says shh. All right, I'll shut the. I wasn't naming names.
Now he just outed himself.
Just outed yourself. Jeff says allergies suck. Sorry to hear. I know the feeling too. I'm allergic to rum of all things. Kind of perplexing. Antibiotics give me trouble as well.
Oh, I'm allergic to penicillin.
Doug is allergic.
So I got to be extra careful.
Antibiotics don't do shit on me because I
got to be extra careful not to catch the claps.
Monolaurin, baby.
What
natural
about rum though?
Hang on.
That's actually one of the only alcohols
so
I do
like. Dave probably cannot do monolaurin. Not Dave. Jeff probably can't do monolaurin. So monolaurin is a natural antibiotic and antiviral, antifungal made from coconuts. If you are allergic to rum, the likelihood that you're allergic to coconuts is probably high. Isn't rum made from coconuts?
No, it's made from sugar cane.
Oh,
I just blew that theory wide open.
So monolaurin is a natural antibiotic, antiviral, antifungal made from coconuts. It also has probiotic qualities. It has the same active ingredient as breast milk, lactic acid. That shit is fucking magic.
So if
you don't have monolaurin in your house, get the big bag of Ultralaurin for $50 off Amazon. I'm telling you, you will be thanking me later. Always, always, always have it in your house.
And if
you don't feel good, take it.
So Jeff, if you catch the claps, we got the stuff for you.
Trace is allergic to
penicillin, augmentin, morphine. I am also allergic to morphine. I found out the hard way. And scopolamine. I don't know.
From head to toe.
Are you allergic to scope? Oh,
I
that's
puked my fucking brains out with morphine.
Morphine, I puked.
I puked my fucking brains out with morphine.
I probably lost 30 pounds growing up. There was stuff that I threw up. I'd gum I swallowed in the 4th grade.
You swallowed gum?
No.
You
know how they say that it's never going to digest. I'm making a joke. But yeah, that was not fun. That was from
but one of the things that helped tremendously was I also did castor oil packs. I did castor oil packs in my armpits, held the biomount in place. I also did ice packs on my armpits.
Round the clock ice pack.
We still have because they're hot. My fucking hives are hot to the touch. Let's see if it's time. I think it's time.
Whole touch.
Look at that. It's time.
It is time. Oh, look at you. Try the bubbles now.
Now remember, what we do with the homeopathics, they come in this little vial. You sorry, little bug. Come in this little vial. You twist out 1 or 2, put it under your tongue. If you feel any relief, then you take 1. You put it in about 4 ounces of water. You give it 10 taps. It for some reason it makes it more powerful. You sip it, it builds up in your system. So that's what I'm doing now.
Deb is going to pick your brain. Do you know much about mast cell?
Yeah, well, that's the fucking root of my problem is mast cell. So, but good luck getting treatment for it. All I can tell you in terms of mast cell is like any other illness in health issue, it comes down to the building blocks of taking care of your body that's eating, eliminating chemicals from your environment was number 1, especially for mast cell. And that could be anything with fragrance, anything with chemicals, any molds. Like we're just super sensitive. Mast cell is this isn't the biology of it, because the biology of it is the way that the cells interact with one another. But as somebody who has been diagnosed with it, I believe that it's basically like it's like an autoimmune allergy where you're allergic to everything and you can't really figure out what it is. And so what you have to do is really take very good care of yourself. You have to eat a clean diet. You have to eliminate chemicals, and hydration is fucking crucial. And hydration is not just drinking your water. It's not just drinking your water. What do you have to do?
Take salt.
You have to get your electrolytes and your minerals. Best way I found yet thus far to get your electrolytes and minerals is Celtic salt before every glass of water. Only problem I have is that Celtic salt is currently really hard to find, thanks to the delightful and talented. Can you get another ice pack?
Sure.
Thank you.
I thought you were going to say due to the
delightful and talented Barbara O'Neill and me with my big fucking mouth on the internet.
I thought you were going to say due to the recent loss of Sinead O'Connor that the whole Ireland is shut down.
I don't know that that is true or not true. So I would say I know one woman who was able to get regular IVs to help with her mast cell, and it's got her insurance company to pay for it. If I could, I have insurance right now. Doug doesn't because I have Medicare. Doug is no longer eligible for Cobra, and even when he was, we could not afford it. We couldn't afford to have insurance. He cannot get his blood pressure medication. No.
Bag of ice.
Thank you. Bag of ice because it helps with the hives.
So,
and the hives are getting worse by the heat.
So we want to.
I'm still talking about mast cell. So anyway, if you want to talk more about it, if you need help, more in-depth help on it, I can certainly sit down and do some research. But I would tell you just definitely start with cleaning every chemical out of your home, hyperhydrate, stress management, and clean up your fucking diet.
I believe the question was, do you know much about mast cell?
That's what I'm talking about.
That's a yes or no answer.
It's not really a yes or no answer. I'm just giving
you crap.
Why? Scolpinidine is a transdermal patch for nausea. I don't do the pharma. You know what's great for nausea is homeopathic Epicap is the best thing, better than any prescription I've had for back when I did the prescriptions, better than any prescription I've ever had for nausea. We're also big fans of Alka-Seltzer Gold, Plop Plop Fizz Fizz. Oh, what a relief it is! Or you could just put a little baking soda in a glass of water.
You could just throw up and be a man.
Be a man. Yeah, you can also do. You can do hydration is a big one. Get your electrolytes in, drink your fluids, and then homeopathic Epicap, and of course cannabis. Cannabis is great for nausea.
Indeed. Jeff, I have a weird level of severity. If I drink 151 rum, I have a full-blown reaction. If I have a mixed drink, I break out in spots and my body temperature shoots up. That is bizarre. I've never heard of anyone being allergic to rum as a thing, but I'm sad.
I wonder if you would get it if it was organic.
I don't.
I will say that
maybe we just don't tell them it's rum and see what happens.
It's weird because my body hasn't been able to run a temperature for years. My baseline, my body temp is 96.9, and I've been like physically hot to the touch. Maybe I'm starting to run a temperature again. Maybe I'm starting to feel better. Maybe my body's breaking through.
Maybe you're gonna burst into flames like that Spinal Tap drummer.
Who the fuck knows? Trying to get away from pharmaceuticals and going to the more natural items. I love Monolaurin.
That's what we like to hear.
Good for you, Tracy. Yeah, and any way I can help you, please let me know. As a matter of fact, one of my friends actually reached out to me for. Actually, I had 3 friends in the last 2 weeks reach out to me for natural treatments for depression. So I'm going to go down them right now. Eliminating alcohol, eliminating sugar and carbohydrates. Alcohol is a depressant and it manifests as sugar in your body. If you do sugar and carbohydrates and caffeine, these are all things that will spike your cortisol, your adrenals. They'll lift them up, and you feel great. And then the crash. Crash is not worth it. It's just not. And if you're going to do caffeine, do it late in the morning, 10, 11 o'clock, because your stress hormone is at their highest when you first wake up in the morning. You want to reduce that. Another thing you can do to minimize depression and just for everybody should be doing this shit. Within the first 10 minutes, get up early in the morning, spend 10 minutes out in the sun. If you live in Florida, it's a lot fucking easier than if you're in Massachusetts, unless you go outside and you melt because we burst into flames here. But you know, if you can't get out in the sun for whatever reason, you can get yourself a light box. They've come down a lot. You want 10,000 lumens. They're about 20 bucks on Amazon, 30 bucks on Amazon. Perfectly fine light box, but go out in the sun and get some fresh air if you can. Do some deep breath work. We do Wim Hof, meditation, exercise, magnesium at bedtime. Excellent for anxiety, depression, vitamin D absorption. Also vitamin D, most of us are deficient. And your magnesium is going to help you sleep. It's going to help you poop. It's going to help with depression. It's going to help with your vitamin absorption. It's fantastic. Studies have shown it to be even more helpful than your typical SSRIs. And, I talk about this a lot. If you have a medication that is helping you and working for you and you're not concerned about the side effects, fucking great. Do your thing. However, I have concerns. And my concern is that they don't know what the long-term effect is. They do know that taking a medication that fucks with your brain chemistry over the long term makes it so that your brain no longer can make those chemicals because your body has to be in shape, if you will. So just be mindful of that. Know the risks. Know that the side effects on most of these meds is suicidal thoughts or depression. That's something to be aware of. And if you are on them and you're considering going off, that's great. But don't go cold turkey. Go off with the guidance of a doctor, because you can have a psychotic break. You could have a total mood crash. You really need to monitor that. So then we talk about, okay, not having sugar, alcohol. These are things that are going to make your depression work. You want to make sure you're getting your supplements. If you don't like vegetables, stop at your local juice bar on your way to work. You'll get so much energy from your juice, and you'll get a bunch of vegetables in one serving. Because if you want to make you make my celery juice all the time. How much you make me a glass of celery juice? What goes into that?
Well, actually, the organic stalks of bags of celery are kind of smaller than the normal ones. So I do that to 1 apple. Boom.
So a bunch of celery.
Bunch of celery to 1 apple.
A whole bunch of celery. And
I used to do
apple.
2 apples, but now I just do 1 and 1 because it's makes about the right
like
amount.
2 apples because it's a little sweeter. And I like it with the green apples. There's some debate as to whether green apples or red apples. I will tell you, watch for a peel. You don't want that shit on your food. Make sure you rinse your fruit thoroughly. And you want, in a perfect world, a slow masticating juicer, because the slow masticating juicer, it doesn't oxidize the juice, and you get a lot more bang for your buck. It gets more liquid out of the juice. However, you can get a nice entry level centrifugal juicer for about $30-$40. If you want to try
get it for $8 or less
it,
at Savers.
If you can find it at Savers, get it at Savers. But the centrifugal one, it doesn't get nearly as much juice out of the vegetables. So while it's a good entry level to see if you're going to juice, if it's something you would do yourself, or if you're better off going to the store or buying the prepackaged ones. I don't like the prepackaged ones, but what the fuck do I know? It's a great option to try it out. But we have the Omega Twin gear, and I'm pretty happy with it. Dave says Cobra is ridiculous. Yeah, yep. It is. Deb says we lost our Cobra. Sorry, you lost yours, Doug. Yeah, he lost it because we couldn't afford to pay for it. Yeah. And now it's up anyway, so it doesn't matter. I don't know how anyone can afford Cobra. We can't.
It was something I wanted to say it was $800. And I think that's probably what I was paying when I was working. But then it went up, and then the whole government thing is
crazy.
It's hard to navigate.
I love Florida, but there's not a lot in terms of services down here. And a lot of people move down here who need services, and I don't know what the fuck they're thinking. The transdermal was something I was given for weight loss surgery. Trace, I that's one of my big issues with the weight loss surgery. I'm so glad that it worked for you, and my friend Darce is doing great, but I worry about the nutrients that people get. And of course, if there was a holistic approach to the weight loss surgery, I could see it, right? But they're like, oh, here, have a protein shake, eat this Ensure or whatever it is. And I think that there's got to be a more holistic way to approach the surgery, or better yet, for us to
eat
have
a sponge, and then the sponge will
societal
just
life change, so that no one gets to the. I don't think people gain weight for the purposes. I get that you're making a joke about eating a sponge.
Making a joke.
People gain weight. People think it's as simple as calories in, calories out, but it's not, because our metabolic systems are all fucked up from all the chemicals in our food, our high stress lifestyles, and just the American diet. The shit that is in our food is illegal in half the world. Tracy says ginger is great for nausea. Yep. Yes, it is.
And papaya too, right?
I particularly love ginger. Papaya is great. Pineapple is actually great. Ginger ale, of course. Granny Smith apple has the least amount of sugar, low carb, way to go. That's what I like. But the medical medium guy says red apples are more nutritious. Who knows? Why is the lizard I saw attacking?
It was having me in a death roll.
He's trying to drown him in the pool. It was $340. The Obama stimulus package caused it to go up to $1,080. We decided to eat. Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, Doug's was even more than that. I've learned proper portion control is my issue was hormone related. Yes. I mean, my hormones are all kind
How
of
do you make
fucked
a
up.
hormone?
Refuse to pay her.
Don't pay her.
Ha, ha, ha. So it's 9:26. So I just want to no matter what anybody else does in the world, I'm responsible for me, you are responsible for you. And I'm going to try to continue to be the most positive influence I can be on the world around me. I'm going to try to make people laugh and be real with people. I'm going to share my genuine struggles. And if you want to sit around, if there's your life is so boring that you want to sit around and judge other people, then I feel bad for you. But I'm going to keep doing my best. And I'm really grateful for all the people that come here. And I appreciate you so much.
Indeed.
Trace says that joke took me too long, and she's laughing. So I want to gratitude. Well, you had some stuff.
I had some stuff.
Shit, go down your stuff.
Well, yeah, there were just things on my phone. This was too cool not to talk about. I'm from a small town and was born in a small town in New York, and I'm part of their page. Well, somebody posted a very old black and white Polaroid from 1960. Well, it's not that old. Is it 41? No, it's 1961. The circus was in town. And while they were leaving, one of their trucks broke down in front of this person's house. So they pulled out the big gun and hauled it up the hill. Now, I don't know if you can see this right here, but if you zoom in, they used an elephant as a tow truck to get it up the hill. And somebody has a photo. Well, yeah, I mean, they're on one end of the spectrum. You're like, oh my god, that poor animal, because he's pulling a truck and a trailer. I don't know if you can see, but there's a truck and a trailer.
Hang on, let me just show you something.
Yeah,
let me just show you something. So when you have something on your phone, you want to show it on the podcast.
Okay, now is not the time. We're trying to.
No, look,
I'm right in the middle of my story. Gosh darn it!
But I want to show you. Just hit Doug's MacBook Air.
Okay.
Up, look, there it is.
Okay.
Okay.
And then share the window. Okay, so now we know. It's a nice little training.
Hang on.
About the zip-through.
Share screen.
Go to window.
Now you can see it. Now you can see it. There they are. Little elephant.
So I thought that
was. I
thought it was ingenious, and the fact that somebody had a picture of that was pretty outstanding. I have some other things that I was going to talk about on my phone. There's a show called Too Hot to Handle, where they put a bunch of singles on an island, and they've got a shot to win $100,000 to win it, but they can't have sex with each other. Can a private beach and the cool ocean breeze tame these hot serial daters? I don't know what's going on with that. News story. Here's a news story. Miranda Lambert mourns loss of her dog in heartbreaking tribute. I loved her with all. I mean, I know people love their dogs. I don't think that Miranda Lambert's dog is worthy of showing up on a feed. It was I think it was like Google.
Kiss Country. It was a radio station. So like normally I would say, yeah, why the fuck are we putting celebrity news on the mainstream media? Although the mainstream media is about only good for celebrity news. It was a radio station, so I think that they're entitled. And I'm so sorry about your dog.
Yeah, I'm sorry about the dog too, but yeah. And on the Cape Coral Residents group, somebody posted 4 pictures of a bird. Anyone missing a bird? He seems very tame, but will only come just close enough to us. Looks like he is hot and needs water, so we gave him a big plastic bowl. It's a pigeon, people. How?
Because people collect pigeons. The guy down
Nobody
the street
collects pigeons. It's a pigeon.
No, the guy down the street collects pigeons.
Yeah, well, good for him. But
he,
then 2 days later, they're still looking for the owner of this stupid pigeon. We have pigeons everywhere. There's pigeons everywhere.
There's people that collect pigeons. See, they have a little band on the ankle.
I don't buy it. He's got no band.
How do you know?
He's got no band. He's just got feet. It's a pigeon.
Some pigeons are super friendly.
So I have additional stories to that, but you just sort of killed my buzz with that. I was thinking that it's like a pigeon. It's not that funny. You didn't like my elephant story.
I liked your elephant story.
You didn't like Miranda Lambert.
I just didn't get upset about it. We don't see the world the same way. That's why we have marital hate.
Well, you're gonna see it my way. All right. So one of the posts was it was like one of these national posts, And it said, "What restaurant has gone downhill?" Golden Corral. Somebody writes Golden Corral has gone downhill.
I thought Golden Corral was
I don't
in a
think
gully.
it's. I think it was. I don't think that was anything. There might be. And this is another good one. Dasani water tastes like it's been sitting in a water gun.
I actually used to love to drink water out of a water
exactly.
gun.
You drink out of
But
the water
I
gun.
probably have 9 kinds of
Hose
cancer
water.
from
You
it.
need to drink hose water. That would be a delicacy.
I put worse in my mouth. And by worse, I mean you. Maybe the reason I'm not like miserable and some people are is because I'm getting laid and they're not.
It's possible. It's quite possible. It's quite possible.
Okay. So we're gonna do our gratitude. Thank you, Dave, for starting off. He says he's grateful for us both. We're super grateful for you. Donna says we might be in Fort Myers the end of March till April 13th. That's a long time.
That's specific.
I don't
dates.
know what's going on with us, to be honest with you, because we don't
might
know
not
if we're
even
gonna
be
if we're gonna live here still. Like Dave was talking about coming down over Christmas. I don't know if I'm gonna live here, so don't buy your flight yet. Although I just found flights for like 116 round trip, but it's when the kids are still in school.
Yeah.
Because I spend all of my time trying to find ways to make sure that we can get the kids here and they can enjoy the time that they have while they're here, and have a little positivity in their lives. Maybe have a little fun. Try some new things. I think we do a pretty good job. I don't know.
Right.
Wes and Nolan, let us
Have a good
know.
time.
Do you have fun when you come down? Are we doing a good job? Have your flights been appropriate? If you feel like you're getting to come down enough? Because we're doing everything we can.
We broke out the big guns.
We are doing
went to
everything
Costco
we
for
can.
lunch.
Costco for
We'll
lunch.
take you to lunch.
I know we didn't
and
even
dinner.
take Dave to Costco for lunch.
Yeah.
And Donna's Deb Jorgie says they found my bird. Deb, I'm so glad you're back. By the way, Deb was one of the
She
master
was early on,
haters.
yeah.
And then she hadn't been here so much, and she is now Donna. Fuck Applebee's. Nobody's eating that shit. Donna says Golden Corral sucks. I don't know. It might be a race between Golden Corral and
I've never
Applebee's.
been to a
I've never
Golden
been
Corral,
to either.
but I don't want to.
Donna says we have a place. I don't know if we're going to live here then. I just don't know where we're going to live. Tracy says I'm grateful for the 3-day weekend this weekend, and I'm also grateful for my new schedule starting next week.
Oh,
so she has a 3-day weekend. There's no holiday this weekend, right?
Not that I know of. It's
They make up some new like
Greta
Thornburg holiday.
Oh, you know what?
Like
My mom's birthday is tomorrow.
Happy birthday to
Well,
your dead mom.
that should be the holiday right
Happy
there.
birthday,
Gee,
dead mom.
That's not nice. She had a name.
Yeah,
Mom.
but Mrs. Gear, I can't call her. I don't know what I would have. She never told me what to call her.
Mama Gear, tell me something. Tell me about the babies. I don't know. Tell me about when Doug was a little baby.
I don't know
if she remembers the. I don't think they live there.
Tracy says happy birthday to my mom. Dave says happy birthday to mom. Yeah,
What's that?
It sucks because like people that are terrible live forever, and people that are fucking awesome die.
You don't know.
If you know anybody that's awesome, they're probably dead.
You never met my mom. You don't know that. You don't know she was awesome. You never met her.
So. Why would you say that?
Huh?
Well, I know Dave's mom, and I know Dave's mom was awesome, and
teasing.
I know my parents are still alive, and they're pretty shitty. Mike Gear says hello.
Yay! He's freshwater Mike.
Has he been to our house?
He has been to our house.
He had lobster.
Well, yeah, he had lobster by proxy. Really, it was his brother Greg that demanded the lobster from our oceanside home. So.
A gator bites Doug. Well, Mike, welcome. Come visit us in Florida sometime. We don't know where we're going to be living after November.
Yeah, come on down.
Whatever.
We'll take you out on an airboat ride.
Our lease started November 1st, so we'll know by sometime in October.
And if a
Dave
hurricane
says
doesn't blow
God
us
doesn't
away.
like ugly. I agree with you, Dave. So gratitude. I'm so grateful for the visit we had with Dave. That was fantastic. I know I'm going back a ways, but I'm really. Oh, fuck. We never even got to go into the Skunk Ape place. We're going to have to talk about Sonia and Tracy at the Skunk Ape place. They were awesome. We'll talk about them tomorrow. So that will be episode 85.
Look at Mike even remembered that it was Situate.
It was at our Situate house. That's correct. That was on Surfside Road.
Surfside Road.
Agreed, Stacy. My grandmother on my dad's side is pretty shorty, will never die. She has already outlived 3 kids. Not right.
Dude,
yeah, my parents will live forever.
That's not good.
Charlie
is checked in.
Charlie says you and Doug are pretty awesome, and you are still alive. Most of the time, I'm not so happy.
That
about
hurricane
that.
had other ideas on that.
But I am happy that I'm alive when people around me are in a bad position, because I'm gonna fucking stand up for those motherfuckers. I haven't had a lot of people stand up for me, but I promise you this: I will stand up for you. So I'm grateful. So we'll have
Grateful.
to get back to the skunk apes, but I'm grateful for the visit from Dave. What a fucking refreshing thing. I'm grateful for the beautiful black queens that we got to sing
Oh,
White Trash
very nice.
Superstar with in traffic. I'm always thankful for Muck Sticky.
Jeeping.
I am always thankful for jeeping. I'm thankful for Dave taking us out to lunch. I am thankful that my hives are significantly better. I'm thankful for my friend Christina, who checked on me almost every day. Thankful for Doug, who put up with me and did not put two in my head, much despite my chagrin, because I did request it multiple times. I don't know what else I'm thankful for, but mostly I'm thankful for you guys for being so patient with us and for being here and for indulging me in my tirade. And if you have people in your life who are shitty to you, feel free. Just tell me about it and I'll just go off on them. Give me their phone number. I'll fucking call. It's not happening. We're being nice to one another. And
tirade.
if we have a question about what someone is doing, we ask them. We say, hello.
Excuse me.
Hello. What's going on with your finances? And then I say to you, go fuck yourself. Or maybe I'll even be so kind as to say to you, I will happily share that information with you.
Sure.
Would you like me to describe to you how I managed to fucking swindle myself some free airline points?
Whoop.
So I can fly the kids down. Got me $1,200.
People like to
by opening a credit card. $1,200. What would you have
videos
done?
online that say, "Hey, here's your little side hustle. You have a side hustle with."
Well, I've been following
points.
the points guy because I have to find every way I can to make fucking shit happen around here because we don't have any money coming in, and we suffered an entire year, and I had holes in my clothes, and we suffered. It didn't have any of the things we wanted or needed, and we still don't have half the things we want or need. We have a dead fucking
tomato plant is died. I don't have any more tomatoes. Please send tomatoes to Doug.
Not edible, and I eat fucking pool tomatoes. Pool tomatoes are little green tomatoes that the kid up the street, who's 2, pulls off the tomato and throws in the pool that you eat while they have chlorine.
This is how hot it's been in Florida right now. This is exactly
That's what my vagina feels like right now. So anyway, I like things. What things are you grateful for?
I'm grateful for so many things.
Say them.
I'm grateful for all the people that joined in on this podcast, including Freshwater Mike, who was a first timer tonight. Deb Jorgie coming back, that was fantastic. We had some laughs. Of course, just being able to do the podcast because we haven't been able to do that because of your health recently, and I'm grateful for just the uplift that all the folks here and our funny stories, and a chance for me to a chance for you to have a tirade and a chance for me to enjoy the festivities.
I'm glad for everybody. Always. And Trace says, thank you for you both and that you're starting to feel better. I think I said that already. Guys, we'll see you again tomorrow.
Oh, wait. We had one more thing.
What?
We had we have a special song that I want to leave you guys with tonight. My friend Paul wrote a song, and I collaborated with him on that. Paul Wykes. Paul Wiles just buys cars and sells them and goes on vacation.
If you're looking to purchase a slightly used Ford Maverick, he's your guy.
Yeah. But Paul Wykes has been a longtime friend. We've been in bands together. He had a song going, his first song he ever wrote, and he wrote, the lyrics were written by someone else, but he wrote the music and he played it for me. And I'm like, hey, I'll throw some stuff on here. And he's like, yeah, go ahead. And he didn't mind. So what I wanted to do was get you guys out of here with Paul's song, which I will play for you now, and we'll see you guys tomorrow night. After this, please wait for this, listen to the song, and then you're free to go. We'll post the link. Can they hear me?
I don't know if they can hear you.
We'll post the link.
They can't hear you.
I was going to say that I was on electric guitar.
They can't hear you.
No, they can.
No, they can't.
Oh, yeah.
They cannot hear you. See? Oh, maybe they can. Do you guys hear us? Oh, they can hear us.
That's neon vocals, organ, and electric guitar.
This is available on iTunes, YouTube, and maybe Spotify.
SoundCloud.
Oh, she can't hear you. hear it now? Can you hear it now? Well, let's say they can't hear the song, so there's a like. Right, they can't hear it.
Okay.
So, how do we?
I'll shut up. I just posted the link in the comments here, and if you still can't get it, I'll post this link to the Marital Hate page, and you guys can check it out at your leisure.
Incidentally, we are going to be we're doing a we got our first sponsorship, and it's on its way. We're going to be checking it out soon. We look forward to sharing that with you. It's not really like a sponsorship, but it's we just want to help out one of our friends. We'll help out as many people as we can. If there's any way we can help you guys, Paul, we're happy to help you. Vitamin C Chiropractic always holds a special place in our heart. Jeff, you mentioned a couple times that you and Lisa have a little business. We'd love to promote you guys. Rugworthy, that's WIRTHY, local Cape Coral business. She does these little latch hook rugs. They're super cute and they're very inexpensive. Check them out. What other businesses do we want to support?
The Buffalo Bills.
Go Bills.
Go
And
Bills.
Giants.
Just
And
Bills.
go Movie Excision. Trace says thank you for the link. And you guys have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow.
See ya.